Jesus continually looks away from himself towards others on his way to the cross. Can the cross help us discover an ambition that is others focused the way Jesus was? Ambition is what keeps us going, keeps us moving forward. Ambition is the drive, the desire, the determination to achieve success. We all have these ideas, these pictures of what success looks like. What the final picture will be, where we'll end up in 5 to 10 years. Ambition keeps us moving forward to that place, that final image in our minds. We all have plans that we're working towards, desires that keep pushing us forward, motivations, desires, drives that keep us moving from point to point, day after day after day, so we can hopefully end up where we think we want to be. Ambition. Can I be ambitious and follow Jesus? Often people who are too ambitious can be seen as maybe prideful, arrogant, even rude. How do I stay humble while still holding my ambition to love God and love people? Even as a pastor, I'm constantly challenged and forced to focus on what's driving me. What desires do I have? What's my plan for the future, and how am I going to get there? Even in my personal life, how am I going to be the man that God wants me to be for my wife, my children? I have these constant thoughts and questions that keep me moving forward. And I feel like I can be pretty ambitious for all the good reasons, or so I think. As Christians, we have this nervousness, this tension of getting wrapped up in self. Paul teaches us to do nothing out of selfish ambition. Which leads me to ask the question, is my ambition really about me, or is it about God and his kingdom? Am I getting wrapped up in my own ideas? How can I even know the difference between what is selfish ambition and what is godly ambition? This is the hard part. Ambition requires some sort of action, and what better way to learn what to do than to look at an example of godly ambition. We need to remember that Jesus was ambitious. That's right, Jesus. He had ambitions. Jesus' example of ambitious living was one of service, of sacrifice, and love. Jesus said that he was to do the will of the one who sent him, to finish the work. There's action, there's doing. For us, finishing the work that God has called us to is godly ambition. Ambition is needed to hold us right to the finish line. Jesus had work to do, and so do we. I believe often ambition can leave us reaching for worldly success, forgetting the tasks along the way that God has called us to be faithful in. Jesus lived in the moment and only did what the Father told him to do. I want that. And as followers of Jesus, we need to learn to live the lives of service, of sacrifice, and love, and whatever God puts before us. To me, that's ambitious living. Even in my own life as a husband, realizing the role that God has played a part, a husband that serves, a husband that sacrifices, a husband that loves. Put your own title in there. God has called you to be a wife, a husband, a mom, a dad, a son, a daughter, a grandparent that serves, that sacrifices, that loves. Let's emulate Jesus, the one who's the greatest example of them all. Remember, Paul reminds us, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking out to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others. As followers of Jesus, we imitate him. We imitate his compassion, which refers to his heartfelt sympathy for those suffering or in need. We have kindness, the desire to meet needs through action. We are to be humble with proper estimation of oneself. Humility carries an attitude that is free from pride and arrogance. We are to be gentle, in other words, power under control. Imagine the picture of a powerful horse under the control of its master. We are to live with patience, not seeking revenge or retaliation. What do we do then? Our ambitions need to be secured in humility In our ambitions, we need to value others above ourselves. In our ambitions, we need to look out for the interests of others. Jesus went to the cross for you and for me. He served, he sacrificed, he loves us. Christian ambition is living by faith, walking in obedience, and glorifying God in everything that we say and do. In the same way Jesus surrendered his life on the cross, we surrender all our hopes, all our dreams and plans to God, all for Jesus. The hard question is, are we willing to accept and live in such a way? The choice is yours.